I gotta make sure Echo doesn't see that crap. I just stepped outside. And there's a pronghorn right here in our camp. See it right there? I don't know why it's so close. There he goes. Wow, I am glad Echo didn't see that because he could have busted out of the front door. And this has got to be what he chased the other day. I've never seen pronghorn be that timid. Usually they're super skittish. As soon as they see somebody, they take off. You want to see what Dodger looks like when he thinks he lost us? Oh, he's already walking back. See how he just kind of looks around? Because his hearing just isn't as good, and he used to have really great hearing and really great eyes. I mean, he could really see. Now, he can't see as well. His eyes are cloudy. He can't hear me talking right now. I have to just keep a closer eye on him. See, he's looking around for us. He's like, where are they? Where are they? And he won't even really be able to see me unless I make a big movement. And see how he looks kind of nervous and scared. It's very cute. He's really doing his best. I think he's gonna see me. And now he sees me. Dodger, come on. Come on. Good boy. I was keeping an eye on you, buddy. I was. Things just change as the dogs age. They start to behave different. They do things differently. And that's the deal with Dodger. I'm just grateful that he's actually very healthy for his age. He's still getting around, and I know it's not going to be like that forever. But I'm happy that we do get to hike still. That's what we're doing right now. I don't know if you can tell, but it's pretty wet out. It's been raining for several days. We're still in the Coconinos, and this is a beautiful, beautiful area. I love it here. I just love it. The rain stopped for a little bit, so I thought I should take the dogs out and hike around a little bit so we can all get some exercise. There's thunder that's been happening, but since Dodger's hearing isn't as good, he's only heard a few of the really, really loudest cracks. And he hates it. He hates the loud noises. What I've been doing is when he hears that loud noise, I give him his Kong and I stuff it with peanut butter, kind of like as a reward. Almost to kind of say, you know, hey, if you hear a loud noise, you get a treat. It's okay. Really though, he used to freak out a lot more than he does now. I mean, he used to like dig. He would dig at the furniture. He would chew it up if he heard the loud thunder. In a lot of ways, like he's kind of easier to deal with. He's less kind of moody. He's kind of more just chill and slower. He is slower. We've just been enjoying the weather, the coolness. There's some weird structures out here left from these tree trunks that got burned. And they're doing prescribed fires. I've seen signs now driving around that's what they're doing. They're burning the undergrowth and all the pine needles and the grasses that were out here. The rain is awesome because it's not dusty anymore. It makes it like perfect out here. I got something pretty exciting happening. We are now on Patreon. So that's just another way for everybody to kind of support the dogs and I making videos here on YouTube. If you do leave a message there, I've been able to see your messages. And if you want a response from me, like if you have a question, I will respond to you for sure. Now, the comment section here on YouTube, I do respond a lot, but we've been getting so many more comments that I definitely can't respond to everybody in the comment section. But on Patreon, I'm gonna make that a priority. If you have a question, then I'll do my best and I will respond. I was also thinking it would be a cool way to share a little bit more about the locations of where we camp, where we hang out. Because I know a lot of you want to know, you see a place like this and you're like, wow, where is this? Where's he camping? He says it's the Coconino Forest, but Coconino National Forest is huge. It could be anywhere. And especially if you're new at traveling, and if you have like a trailer or a, kind of a big rig, then you'll know like, hey, if we got there, you should be able to get there. But if I share that information, like too much details on YouTube, then everybody can see it, and that can cause problems as far as like making certain areas more crowded. Our favorite campsites might be used more, and that's not really necessary because there's so many places. But on Patreon, if you see a video, like this video right here, and you want to know, hey, I want to visit right where you are, then you can contact me on Patreon. And I'm not saying like I'm going to give you like exact coordinates of where we are, but I can give you the information that I know about the area, tell you like what exit to take, how far you can go down a certain road, and where the campsites are that I know about. And so if I relay that information, the location information one-on-one, then we're not going to have to worry about these places getting like overexposed. That's not to say like that these are secret places. I mean, iOverlander is the main app I'm using right now to find these campsites and then read the reviews and make sure that I can get the trailer down there. That's the main app that I use, and that's a free app. So they're not secret places, but it does take time to find the best places. The channel here on YouTube is growing, which is super awesome because you're subscribing to our channel. You're hitting that like button. You're letting us know that you're watching, because that's what we like. We like to know you're watching. Y'all are leaving some really cool comments and helping me out with the mouse situation and everything. Like, I took a lot of advice from that. People saying all kinds of different solutions. And I ordered some, I picked it up, the peppermint oil. So that's going to be like my main defense against rodents in the vehicles. And I got that from y'all leaving comments. And so I'm just walking. I don't have my pack, which is dumb. I do this a lot because I think I'm just gonna go for a little jaunt, and then I just start walking. It's super easy. The sun's not out. The weather, it just feels so comfortable. I mean, I could walk like this forever. And even Dodger, I mean, he's like right behind me. It's perfect weather for him. I wanted to thank Lenny Living Life and Joyce. The two of you donated through PayPal, and seriously, when I get like a little donation, it's just like a little jolt of like excitement for me. It's like, wow, people are enjoying this content. Maybe not this video, but the other videos. Echo, let's go. Now, Mr. Echo has his tracker on. I'm feeling a little bit too confident with that thing. I've been chatting with you all in the comments section about a shocker collar for him, and I think that that's a good step that I might use. So like if he starts to chase after something, a deer basically, then I can give him a little buzz. You know, he's not going to need much. Even just a vibration, that would annoy him so much. He's kind of sensitive. And I think I could train that chasing instinct out of him. Having the tracker, which you all saw me find him. And actually that's something I put here on YouTube, was that video where I used the tracker, and that thing is awesome. I mean, I found him quick. But I did put on Patreon another incident that happened shortly after, where I used the tracker again. It was like the heat of the moment, and I was like, I don't want to videotape this. I got to find him right now. At least for the Patreon members, I was like, I should just pull my camera out, and I don't have to worry about composing a really good shot or worry about the audio or anything, but I can kind of tell the story of what's happening right now. And so that's what I did. And I think it's like a 7 or 8 minute video. And also, Daisy, you bought me a coffee on the Buy Me a Coffee link that's down in the description. And that is super kind of you. I use that for, well, now Mr. Echo has a subscription for his tracker. That's like $10 a month. And pretty soon here, we're going to be hitting the road, doing some long distance traveling. So I'm going to be using that for gas money. Oh, check this out. There's a lot of caterpillars out. And they're pretty active. I mean, they move around a lot. There's a lot of thunder pretty far in the distance right now, but it's like this constant rumble. And there's so many birds out right now. The animals just, I mean, they really do come out once it stops raining. Just like us. Now we're coming up to our camp, and I'll take you back to camp and show you a few things that I got set up back there. Kind of have to set things up a little bit differently when it's pouring rain. I mean, it's been just pouring rain. And I was just thinking, something I should do when it pours rain like that, I should figure out a way to lay my dirty clothes out, because they'll get washed and I won't have to do any scrubbing. You know, there won't be any soap, but my stuff's not that dirty. It's a little sweaty, but it's mostly just covered in dust and dirt, which I guess is dirty, but It doesn't really need that much scrubbing. If it's pouring rain, if I could hang it up and just let it sit out in the rain, I bet that would wash it. I mean, I think that would be really cool. And then once I use it for a day, it gets dirty again instantly. That's kind of what I do with like this chair, it gets dirty, it just gets dusty or whatever. So I leave it out, I put it in the rain, and the same with Echo's bed. I like to put that in the rain. There's a little strainer device that you put in the sink, to keep scraps from going down in the sink. When you're in a trailer, you kind of want to be careful what gets into the gray tank. So food scraps, little chunks and stuff like that, when you're washing your dishes or whatever gets into the sink, you don't really want that to go down into your gray tank, because it'll just clog things up, make a mess, and make the water really stinky. So there's like this little strainer thing, you get them for 50 cents or whatever. It's just a wire mesh thing, and that gets kind of nasty and clogged. I have this stick here, and I just stuck it on the end of this stick, and so it just sits out in the rain, and that thing got pretty clean. I didn't have to do any scrubbing or waste any water trying to clean it. So you can see how I have this set up now. I got the awning out. When it's pouring rain, you want your awning at a tilt like this. See how it's kind of cattywampus? Because that way the water can come down and it doesn't pool up on top of your awning, which I've done that before. I mean, it wasn't that long ago. I was completely new to living in a travel trailer, and I did so many things wrong. I mean, that thing has filled up before with rainwater. And then what happens is these arms break. And if you're lucky, you don't do too much damage. But, I mean, you can really do a lot of damage. And the whole thing just falls and collapses, and then all the water comes out. And it's just one of those things you don't think of. But now I know. I learned that. So you want this at a tilt. And what that also does, it keeps it dry under here. But then I can run the generator still. If it's pouring rain out, then I don't want to run the generator in the rain. So I can put the generator under the awning, and then I have power, which surprisingly you're going to kind of need to do. At least for me, I only have the 2 solar panels up there. You can kind of see them right there. So I don't bring in a ton of power. If there's full sun, I get more than enough power. But we've had cloudy skies for, I think, 3 or 4 days now. A little bit of sun here and there, but you can see the batteries going down. And then what happens is you're sitting inside even more, so you end up using more power. You got the lights on more. I'm running the TV a lot. You're getting less power in through the solar panels, and you're using more power because you're stuck inside, basically, because it's pouring rain outside. You don't want to go outside. So running the generator in those situations comes in really, really handy. And that generator, I'm going to do a review on that generator. I'll put a link to it down in the description. If you just want a simple basic generator, it's like $400 on Amazon. And I've had it for our entire Nomad life, like 4 years now. And that thing is solid. It runs so well. And for keeping the batteries charged up in here, I can run everything in there. It'll use a gallon of gas, and it'll run for at least 8 hours. That doesn't include the air conditioner. If you want to run the air conditioner with that, then that's a whole different deal, which I'll get into when I review the generator. But check out that link, and then you can see exactly why I like this generator, because it has really good reviews and it's inexpensive. I'll tell you one tip about the generator actually is that it's not a Honda, and Hondas are the best generator you can get, but it costs 3 times as much as that generator does for that same wattage output. The thing is, the Honda generators are something that thieves really like to steal because they're worth a lot of money. Even if they're used, they're worth a lot of money. They hold their value. This, it's like I said, it's a $400 generator. It's pretty cheap. It's not one that you get at Harbor Freight. Supposedly those are decent too. I don't have any experience with them, but this is going to be a lot less likely to get stolen. I do have it locked up though at all times. It's always locked up. If it's in the trailer or in the bed of the truck, it's always locked up. So that's just kind of a couple of little differences when we're dealing with rain. You know, we are still in the desert technically, but you got to be prepared for all kinds of different weather. The trailer gets cleaner. The truck got kind of a free bath, you know. That's kind of one of the pluses about pouring down rain.